All the way back in 2006, Upper Deck released Avatar: The Last Airbender, basically an expansion for the Quckstrike system. The idea of Quckstrike is actually really cool, and I can't remember the name now, I'll throw it on the screen. There's another card game that followed a similar idea. But the whole point is that you would have almost like a Smash Bros-like system. In this case, you had Avatar, but you would have things from other shows and franchises where you would have cards and decks made, themed off of those shows, and then those decks could actually go up against each other. So in this case, Quckstrike actually only ever had 3 franchises under its belt. We had Avatar, we had Shaman King, which I actually did a video on a long time ago. If you feel like going and checking it out, you're gonna have to scroll back pretty far into my channel. And Pirates of the Caribbean, oddly enough. The whole system kind of failed, and this is completely out of print. It only ever had those 3. But this is a big, chunky boy. Now, I was hoping to buy one of these sealed, but I found this one for a really, really good price, unsealed, complete in box. And yeah, we're gonna kind of do a little bit of an overview. So this right here is more so of just like this is what the story of the show is about. It shows you that you get some holo cards in here. Keep the action intense as you quickly utilize most of the cards in your deck in every game. Unleash the power of the Chamber card. Yeah, so it says this starter set includes 2 random 30-card playing decks, mix and match to make the ultimate tournament deck, 2 Chamber cards, 1 comprehensive rulebook, and 2 playmats. So we have 2 pre-made decks in here. Now, an interesting thing about Quckstrike that I should probably mention before we dig any deeper. The whole point is that you are taking control of one character. So your deck would be like an Aang deck. The idea is that you are playing as Aang, and so all the other cards are basically things that Aang is doing. Same with Katara or Zuko, whoever else. So let's open this up, and if I remember correctly, the whole point of this is that you didn't know which one of the decks you would get, and there were different options for decks. And to be honest, I bought this a while back, and it's never had a good slot where I could throw it in, because I only ever do 2 videos a week, which I say only, this still takes a lot of work and money. But I just didn't have what I thought would be a good timing for this, and I finally have it. This is a very, interesting box here. So you actually have the Upper Deck logo on this piece of plastic, kind of covering up the decks themselves, kind of keeping them protected. And then you have, your actual documentation here. It's very much like an old VHS case, which, 2006 kind of makes sense. It even smells like one. Like, understand, right now, my arms are outstretched. It's how I have to film my videos. Because of, like, my lighting and my camera and all that, my arms are actually having to reach out pretty far. And I can smell it from here. Have you ever been in a house fire? Kind of similar smell that you would get with some of these old, plastic cases. I know, really weird comparison, but I've been through a couple house fires. So, we have the actual Master of Elements official rulebook here. There's also a Learn to Play thing. I wonder if the site is still active. I'll throw in a clip here. But very stylized for Avatar. This is pretty simple. It kind of gives you a breakdown as to how the cards are laid out, what you need to know about the cards themselves. Then you get into the actual gameplay, kind of showing you a deck there. Oh, I guess like the actual play field there. Neat little animation going on there. So it is nice that it's like a fully colored thing, and they didn't do like what the Pokemon Company does. When you buy a deck from the Pokemon Company, you get a little leaflet thing of rolls. Not only the most convenient to flip through. This is a much larger size, much better for new players, I'd imagine. Then we just have an advertisement on the back. So it appears that here we have our playmat. This thing is going to be too large for me to get the entire thing in one frame. This thing has unfolded for far too long. So we have advantage area up here. I don't know how to actually play. So you kind of have a quick glance at what you do during your turn. Then we have the green zone, the energy yellow zone, and energy red zone, all with artworks for Avatar here. Man, this thing is like almost like rigid from how long it's been folded. It really wanted to return to its original folded shape. But now we can finally pop open this lid and we have our decks. So it appears that we actually did not get any of the main characters here. We have King Boomy and we have Iroh, which I am obviously very happy about. I was looking for some sort of pull tab to open this, and there just isn't. So this is kind of a pain. Definitely a design flaw there. But yeah, this being like early 2000s, it was kind of during that like boom where a lot of like shows and things were getting card games, because I mean, if the card game picked up, you could make some bank off of it. But this is one of the things that I loved about Shaman King, and I actually did some Shaman King packs. I didn't just do like a pre-made deck thing like I did here. But every pack will actually come with one of these. It might look like a card, but it's actually pretty thick, and you have two different art depictions on it. Of course, with his, what was the thing even called? I don't remember. But this part pops out, and it's kind of cool. You have a miniature version of a card here. Stone Heel of the King. This is a little like you can hear it clicking, like, I like it. It's satisfying. Hopefully that picked up on mic. But on the other end, you actually have a different mini card. So you have like the Omashu Dodgeball there, and then Stone Heel of the King. It's a neat little thing. I like these. They're super cool. But then we have the rest of the cards from the deck, and it does look like, I can't tell. No, these don't just look like screenshot. Yeah, these are actually illustrated. So you can have illustration, some studio, same studio. So these are actually illustrated, not just like screen grabs, which is super nice. I'll probably show you the back of the things. It's just Quickstrike. But it is cool that they're actually illustrated. I hate when you have like a show, like an anime or like any other kind of show, and they turn it into a card game, and all it is just screen grabs. You can still do iconic moments from the show and stylize it, not just do screen grab. This is so much cooler because they're still doing important moments from the show, various memorable things, but they're redrawing it. I really like this. The screen grab thing can be interesting by itself, but for the most part, it just feels cheap. This is a really nice touch. And they didn't have to do it. It's not like the sales would have changed that much if they would have just done screen grabs. But I mean, I definitely have more interest in it, and if this was a thing being printed today, I would be more likely to buy more with them doing it this way than if they were doing it via screen grabs. Of course, it's not a thing being printed today, so buying more means spending a lot more money. But yeah, not like the Zing tribe. But then we have the Iroh deck. Yeah, like this channel, you know, being called Junk Seeker, but the goal was always Pokemon to be like the primary focus. But I love just like looking into other card games, and especially like card games from other franchises and some older things that, you know, died out a long time ago. I don't know, I really enjoy doing this stuff, and I hope I get the chance to do more. But I have actually covered, back in the day when this channel was still younger and it's harder to watch my older videos because I really didn't know a lot about what I was really doing when it comes to like lighting and all of that. I've already covered a lot of card games, and I've actually considered going back to some of those that I've already covered, possibly digging a bit deeper and picking up some more stuff on it. I'm guessing I didn't slide the Boomy one out all the way. Like, maybe it just felt... Yeah, that isn't coming out as far. I feel like I'm breaking it by trying to go further, so I'm just not going to. I'm not going to risk damaging it. This one actually does slide up a lot further. So you have smoke screen there, and there's our main Iroh artwork, and then on the back we have him with his tea. And a Firecrackers mini card here. I just love this thing. It's a really neat little collectible. But then we have the Iroh cards. So we have Bad Breath, the Trimmer Trail, Quicksand. So we're getting some Boomy cards in here as well. Earth Bridge. A lot of Earth stuff in general going on so far for it being a Firebender. Lifesaver, Twin Fire Daggers. There's our Zuko Boy. Expendable Troops. Single Water Whip. Sorry, I'm dyslexic. I could have sworn that said ship. We have Zoom. Just Desserts. Take Them Away, Evade, Teeth of the Dragon, Highway Robbery, Burning Disc, Pummel. So yeah, just I really do like, it looks like all these artworks are being done by the same studio. I wonder if they ever did have any other studios involved, because this card game did not last long. I forgot to look into that, but I think it only ever had like one release. Like, I don't think there was more than one set done. And then, of course, you can buy these boxes, which come with 2 decks, the 2 random decks inside as well. So we're just gonna stick these back inside. Close our little flap up. And that was it. 2-player starter set includes 60 cards and 2 chamber cards, which is what, okay, so that is what those are called. Those are the chamber cards. So it doesn't look like it says that it came with holos. It just kind of said that they exist. Yeah, that did seem to be the case. They do exist. That's not in here. Oh, and you can actually see this is artwork that you can tell was done for this. So these are like, you know, the different characters, I suppose, that you can actually have decks for. Interesting. I like that. These are actually their illustrations. But that was the Avatar: The Last Airbender Quckstrike card game. If you guys would like to see me dig more into some of these older card games and stuff, I'm sorry for punching the camera there, just let me know down below if there's any that you've heard of that you think would be kind of cool. If you want to see more of this, let me know as well. Either way, I really do hope that you guys have enjoyed. If you did, click that button down below, and hopefully I'll see all of you guys next time. Goodbye for now.